Here we go again, Coach Dave, and we got a couple of different things going on today. I think I better put my glasses on because these bright lights, oh, that's a lot better. Forgot the sun, well, I didn't forget them, I forgot they were in my pocket. But anyway, Coach Dave, Accordion Cool, and we're kind of sticking with our alphabet for today anyway. And of course, that first song was the Miami Beach Rumba, 1946, written by a piano player named Irving Fields. I guess he was from Brooklyn, and he spent at least his winters in Miami. He no dummy, right? And he wrote that particular song. And the word on the street is that Irving Fields was still performing and playing at 95 years old. So see, there's still hope, right, Austin? Yeah, still hope for us more mature gentlemen. And of course, now you see I'm sitting here with two pianos in front of me. What the main reason is now it gives me twice as many opportunities to make mistakes. You say I make it on, but no, one is dedicated strictly to drums, and the other is dedicated to, oh, I know, piano. Because I'm trying to add a little something to what we do here. And, you know, do a few little drum fills and things like that. I tried doing it on a drum machine, and that worked, but it's so much easier when you're used to playing a keyboard to play a, well, keyboard. All right, going to our second tune in letter M. Of all the tunes that I play on my live performance, I would say this tune is the one I get the most requests for. The thing I get the most requests for is stop playing, but I don't do that. So this tune was written in 1953 by a great jazz piano player named, I'll get back to that. But anyway, he was from Erie, Pennsylvania. And, not near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Of course, you think of Pittsburgh, you think of, steel mills. Errol Garner, I knew I'd get it. But you think, Pittsburgh, you think of steel mills and all that stuff. And actually, again, word on the street is a lot of great piano players and musicians did come out of the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. So 1953 he wrote. It was originally written as an instrumental. Then they added words and lyrics. Some fella named Johnny Mathis around 1958 probably had the biggest hit of his career when he sang Misty. Misty, great tune, one of the all-time classics, and a fun song to play, so checks all the check box mark, you know what I mean. Next tune, 1928. Very popular, I'm not sure if you wrote it or not, but a fellow named Eddie Cantor. Who's Eddie Cantor? Eddie Cantor was like an old-time song and dance man, very popular on TV quite a bit in the 50s, and most of his shows he did in blackface as a tribute to the great musicians of that day and of every other time. The song came from a show. Show is the same name. No, the name of the show, I've said this before, was not the same name. The name of the show was the same name as the song. Song being Making Whoopee. So here we go. Making Whoopee. I guess the words and lyrics to that song, it starts off when boy meets girl and they get involved and they get engaged, they get married, they have kids, buy a house, buy a car, get divorced. You know, the whole line of things all along. So, well, all right, this next tune was written in 1944, and it's an interesting tune. I know I've done this before. In fact, might have done it quite recently, but hey, it's an M song, and it's about one of our New England states here. Now, for those of you who are watching in Australia or Hawaii or someplace, if you look at a map of the United States, way up in the top right corner, you see something that's got a little hook on it. Well, that's Cape Cod. And that's part of New England. There's 6 little states up there called the New England states. And this state is one of them. The state is called Vermont. And of course, the song being Moonlight. Moonlight in Vermont, 1944. Moonlight in Vermont. Like I said, it's a very interesting tune because when you hear the words don't rhyme, number one. And it must have been written by a fellow who did not live in Vermont, because some of the words talk about sycamore trees, and I'm not sure what exactly a sycamore tree is, but there ain't none in Vermont. So, but it's a great tune, and it's sort of like the unofficial state song of the great state of Vermont. Well, this next tune, all the way back to 1926, and I guess it came from a show which I had never heard of, so it's probably one of those tunes that, you know, that it's a great song. The show folds. Fortunately, we still have the song, written by what I think is probably the most prolific songwriting duo, Rodgers and Hart. A little tune called Mountain Greenery. Speaking of Vermont, the Green Mountains. Oh, how does he do? Never mind. Mountain Greenery. Nice tune, fun tune to play. Well, you know, we're getting kind of near the end of our time. Now this last tune, it's actually a slow tune, and as you well know if you're a frequent watcher, I generally don't end the show with a slow tune, but I think this tune is appropriate, especially for what you hear every week on Accordion Cool. Song was basically it started out as a French song. A fellow named Paul Anka. Remember Paul Anka? Wow. He was in France. That, you know, the place where they speak, well, anyway, over there. And he heard this tune, and he loved the tune. I thought it was a great tune, and he bought, you know, all the copyrights and everything for it. And he came back, and he was having an adult beverage one evening with a fellow named, Frank, Sinatra. Yeah, very little-known man, but vocalist. And he played the song for him. Frank hated it. Paul Anka had written all new words in English. Frank didn't want anything to do with it. As the saying goes, fortunately cooler heads prevailed, and this sort of became Frank's signature song for the rest of his career. And like I said, it kind of just explains what we do here today, because what we do here is done my way. Here we go. My Way, Frank Sinatra. Of course, you might have noticed I put a little Elvis ending on it because I think Elvis had almost as big a hit on the tune as Frank did. Now, never let it be said that Elvis ever took advantages of somebody else's song. No, let's not get into that. Well, that's about our show for today. Thanks, as usual, for tuning in, watching, listening, however you get this show. And again, I say it every week, thanks to Austin in there behind the glass. He's trying to find a little bit of hair left to pull out, but I think we made it through, Austin, with all the sound checks and everything we had to do. And of course, what I'm going to say, bring those young uns in to hear this music, especially tunes like My Way and Misty. They just don't hear that kind of music anymore. So this is Coach Dave. Once again, thanks for watching. Let's go home with, oh, well, why not? It's My Way. Here we go.